when the social norm is that this is something that is supposed to happen. This is, a rite of passage for every girl. It was a surprise to everybody that I was bringing it up, but also in such a negative way. The story that I chose to tell was more a conversation that I wished I could have had with my mother. For me, this was part of my activism is using my voice, my experience, and finding different ways of communicating what FGC is about, but also how I feel as a survivor. And talking to my mother for me, was something that I felt might be important for other mothers to hear because I know, especially in my community, those in the diaspora, where children are being born and raised here, it's hard for young women to balance their two cultures, that they're existing in. And, on one hand, we're empowered to speak up for ourselves, but then on the other hand, our culture at home demands obedience and being quiet and holding our gaze down and keeping our voice low. And also, everybody that I've talked to consistently compared it to male circumcision, and it's something that we all go through. It's for cleanliness, it's to guard you, and it's like, and the language they were using made me even go deeper. It's like, what do you mean to guard me? Oh, to protect your honor, our honor. So it made me really understand, from a very early age, how much weight we as women carry on our shoulders. Like, we are responsible for the entire family's honor. And my genitalia had a lot to do with that. And so, yeah, it was confusing on one hand, but then on the other hand, also, it gave me an opportunity to kind of look for answers on my own. We have to figure out the most peaceful, the most compassionate way to communicate our stories without making our intended audience feel like we're alienating them, or we're turning them into monsters. So for me, it's, responsibility on survivors. I'm the survivor. Why do I have the responsibility of making sure that I'm talking to you in a way that I don't offend you? Well, as an activist, one of the things that I've learned is I have to put my ego aside. I have to put my pride aside because it's about more than me now. For me, it's already happened. There's nothing I can change. But I have to figure out a way to reach the other side.